Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Upasna. Today I will present American Transcendentalism. Here is my personal information. These are the points which I have discussed in my presentation. Introduction, Transcendentalism in American philosophy, American Transcendentalism and nature, social context, philosophical and religious context, literary context, and then conclusion. First introduction. Transcendentalism was a religious, literary, and political movement evolved from New England in 20th century and 18th 13th century, an important expression of romanticism in the United States. It is a principally associated with the work of essayist and poet Ralph Waldo and interestingly about the Theodore Perricker and essayist naturalist and a political theory. Henry David Thoreau in their intuitive pace. The transcendentalism extend the Unitarian technological rebellion against the Puritan civil against Puritan clavicism, moving a tower of post Christian spirituality that had each man and woman capable to spiritual development and fulfillment. The development literary as well as a theological form of expression, making a perhaps a stronger impact on American literature, literary and artistic culture than did on American religions. The transcendentalism list also responds to the political turbulent 18th-14th century and 18th-15th century developing themselves to issue of a social reform. Transcendentalism in American philosophy. Transcendentalism are very formal words that describe a very simple idea. People, man and woman equally have a knowledge about themselves and the world around them that transcendence or goes beyond that they can see, hear, taste, touch, or feel. A transcendentalism is a person who accepts these ideas not a religious belief but as a way of understanding life responsibility relationship. American Transcendentalism and Nature. Henry David Thoreau was one of the first environmentalists in American history. Despite having a small proximity to nature, Weldon most importantly post is the notion of a living simple being born, growing in a Concord. Thoreau went to live at a Weldon Pond in 1845 for the purpose of intentionally expressing nature and testing his transcendental outlook in the concrete physical world. In the world chapter entitled Saluted, he illustrated his relation with nature as a intimate, mutual one. In industry scribable innocence and benefits of a nature of sun and wind and rain, of summer and winter, such a healthy, such a cheer they afford forever. Shall I not have intelligence with them, with the earth? Am I not partly lives and vegetable wood myself? In a nature, Emerson first expressed his fantastic view of the world. Nature is the place where God can be found. He wrote, when God can be found, he wrote, nature is the spread. It is a source of nourishment of. inspiration, it is in a nature. Therefore are in a nature alone that man can find what he needs. It is where God speaks to him. It is where man can regrant himself without the help of traditional installational religion, since in his only religious indeed in nature. Social context. Henry David Thoreau proclaimed that it was the duty of every person to act against the state where he feels that it is morally wrong. He also noted that under a government which imprison and unjustly, the true place for a just man is also a prisoner. He did not reject the political in general, but asked the state status to act in Henry with the moral principles. The reforms of the society through the perfection of the individuals from within and not from without thought external. Means what was a transcendentalism? Empathize the idea that Thoreau purpose in his essay had been a structured thought his New England heritage and the event of the time. Walter Henry in his book Not Thoroughgrave up in a atmosphere of anti-slavery feeling. Philosophical and religious context. Transcendentalism originated from English Romanticism and German idealist philosophy Unitarianism and earnest religion. It stands on one main principle that God is both immanent and transcendent, both in the world and outside of it. The idea of immanence referred to inalienable worth of man, because God is a within mankind, and the recording to the and the recording to the and record God is a within mankind, and according to the principle of transcendentalism, God is a all incorporation. These were regarded as a ridiculous religious idea for those who were familiar with the traditional Christian theology. Transcendentalism seems a mass of a mid opinions. The most important of all this was the concept of God is the soul, faith in immediate inspiration, in a boundless possibility, and in a un, uh, unimaginable God. Transcendentalists were more eager to hold a more identity view of a human mind and mental capacity, which would allow an inherent understanding of God and morality. Literary context. Transcendentalism rose out of a literary background in the Romantic movement in America, British and Europe. Romanticism spread in America literally between 1820 and the end of the Civil War. It was expressed not only in the work of transcendentalists but also their contemporaries, including James Fenimore Cooper, Edgar Allan Poe, Henry Wordsworth Longfellow, Nathaniel Haverthorne, Herman Melville, and a Welsh find meaning within themselves instead of waiting for another higher source of guidance, including God or church. Conclusion: Transcendentalism, in effect, really began as a religious movement and an attempt to substitution a romanticized version of the mythical idea that the humankind is capable of a direct expression of the holy for Unitarian rationality. We view that the truth truths of a religions are arrived at by a process of a, empirical study and by rational influence for in historical and nature evidence. Transcendentalism and its specific view regarding the nature as some single and as a partial impact on the American literature. Most noticeable in the works of some great American writers, including Nathan. Nathaniel Hartworth, Scarlet Letter 1815, Weldon Welt Winstman, Leaves of Grass 1855, and Herman Melville, Moby Dick, published in 1851. Hartworth and Melville strongly desired with the transcendentalism view regarding the prefermentally of men.